Hey everybody, welcome. This is Traveling Chuck and Lady CZ from the Luminosa. Thought we'd just drop in and tell everybody hi, kind of discuss how our cruise is going, and hit some of the highlights as well as some of the low points. And
We're on a cruise. Is there low points?
well,
Yes,
you
there
never
is.
know. I mean, hey Marty's, thank you for
Hi.
coming in.
Wonderful.
We're on a cruise and we just thought we'd drop in. We're going to be on the ship for another
20,
20 some odd days. It's a 31-day cruise.
21?
It's a 31-day cruise and we're in a little over a week. So we've got a little over. Hey, Will G, thank you for coming in. Thought we'd just discuss it. It's been pretty.
Oh, what did it?
Yeah,
Every-
no, it's probably the Wi-Fi on the ship, so there's no telling how well it's going to be. But you know, as far as for a little over a week. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing and liking.
Yeah, thank you. For being on over a week, we have noticed some big improvements over the last time we were on it. For one, the food has, I mean, it's still cruise food, but it is definitely a huge improvement over what it was last year. Last year,
It's still foreign to us cruise food, and saying that the seasonings aren't there that we're used to.
yeah. Correct. Last time we ate probably 90% of our meals from down because just nothing tasted good. We've actually eaten in the main room, and you know,
Two nights we didn't eat in there because the
Oh,
first
yeah.
night it slept through everything.
when it says we got comped a free meal. Steakhouse was good, but the also the deck. One of the things that we noticed with the deck, the Luminosa last year, we had water everywhere. I mean, they had fans, they had towels and stuff because the water was just leaking up on Lido deck, just everywhere. We haven't noticed that. They still have a bunch of fans, but it's basically from the humidity. The humidity is making the floor wet, and so they're having to put the fans out and stuff to keep it dry as much as possible.
Well, there's a pool out behind Lido, so people are coming in from back there,
Well, in
tracking
the
a little
front,
water there too. So
you got the heated pool in the back and the regular pool up front. But I mean, you can walk up, get off the elevators, and man, you can just feel the humidity. It's so bad. But we did. Let's see. We left Brisbane, spent 7 days on the sea, which was rocky. I mean, it wasn't real bad, but there was a couple of days that it was pretty rocky. Then we went to Guam. We were really disappointed in Guam. I got to scuba dive, and it was let's just say I can say I actually got to scuba dive in Guam. That's about all there is to it. Didn't see a whole lot. The dive that I went on consisted of 3 people. One person hadn't dove in years. The other two people had never dove before. And so that led to some issues to where I didn't get to enjoy the dive like you would if you were diving with experienced people. And I understand everybody's got to learn sometimes, but I thought this was supposed to be a certified dive for certified divers, not newbies. So I was disappointed in that. Carnival did not offer any excursions whatsoever for Guam. which was disappointing.
Yeah, they packed us out onto buses. He had an excursion, so he went a different route, or the dive. But I got on a bus, and they took us to a shopping mall. And then if you wanted to do anything else, that Carnival didn't tell you what to do, where to do it, how to do it. So I ended up spending about 2.5 hours at a shopping mall, walked around, spent $30, got back on the bus, came back to the ship. So I really didn't get to see much of Guam at all. And some of the people that were set up in the mall, they were just like little pop-up tables. I had 2 different ones say that, they weren't notified until last minute that, there was going to be a ship in town. One of the guys, he was from a Harley Davidson shop. He said, well, I don't know if I could say that, advertising for him.
Yeah. Not just state the fact.
Yeah, and he was from a motorcycle shop. And he said, had he known, he would have had 3 or 4 or 5 motorcycles out there, and people could have used that and toured the city, like an hour and a half at a time, and just go and see and tour everything, which would have been awesome. I don't drive, but I would have ridden with anybody at this point. But from what we saw, it was pretty. The water was more. I expected the clearer blue water, and it was more like Galveston water. So if you're familiar with Galveston, it was a murky, I guess, kind of water.
Yeah, that's how it was on the scuba diving. It was real cloudy, not the best visibility, but it wasn't bad. Unfortunately, where we went diving, there was a jet ski place right next to us. So as far as wildlife and stuff like that, being able to see anything, there wasn't a whole lot.
Well, it would have been cool had Carnival actually shown us some stuff and told us what to do or something, given us some kind of information. But I'm disappointed in that, not necessarily in Guam, but in Carnival for not having. I mean, they had no excursions whatsoever for Guam. They had nothing for Anchorage, which is one of the ports that we'll be going to. And, I've never been to either one. Tony's at least been just the South Pacific.
I've been to Okinawa and through Japan for layovers.
So, I mean, he's seen some stuff, some, but I've not seen anything. And now I can go back and tell my friends about the shopping mall in Guam, which was definitely not a Dillard's and, not even a Walmart. Just saying. But one of the stores did give us 20% off. They had some really good sales, and I don't know if you want to grab a bag of chips there. I got this for 37 cents? And they're like cheese sticks of some kind. I haven't tried them yet, so I don't know if they're any good, but they were on sale, and then we got 20% off of that. So I might have paid 30 cents for it.
Yeah, 38 cents or something like that.
I mean, if they're good, wonderful, and if they're not, it was 38 cents. So, but people were really nice. Everyone I talked to was super nice. So that's I can say that about Guam.
Yeah, well, they were nice. Yeah.
So tell me what you saw diving.
I saw a bunch of little blue fish hanging around some dead coral.
Oh.
And a sea cucumber, a big long black sea cucumber, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, there was some other fish. One of the other divers said that they saw a turtle, but I didn't get to see any of that.
That's sad. I love your videos, your turtles in your video. Not so much your sharks, but it's cool to look at, but I'm always glad to see the video because it means you made it back safely.
Yeah. And if you would hit before I forget, for some reason the pop-ups aren't working like they're supposed to, but if you would hit the like button, and that helps the ratings and stuff. From what I'm told, that helps the algorithm.
Yeah. It looks like our internet's popping in and out, so we apologize if we keep dropping. We're here. We're going to be here for a little bit. So.
Yep, another 20 some odd days. we get to go to our next stop is Naha, Okinawa, which I'm excited about. We did cross after Guam. Did we cross the date line or the
No, before.
Before. Okay, before we got to Guam, we did cross the equator, and they've given us little certificates showing that, we had managed to cross the equator. This is our second time. Our first time was last 22-day to Fiji, Tahiti, Moria, and Numia.
Yeah, New Caledonia.
Yeah, and Hawaii. We got off in Hawaii, but yeah, we crossed the equator going to Hawaii, and now we cross the equator going to Guam, Okinawa, Japan, and Alaska.
Yeah, we'll hit total of 5 ports in Japan: Okinawa, Hiroshima, however you say it, Tokyo, Amori, and I don't know the other one, Atoro. I think it's Atoro.
Yeah.
They're up in the very northern part of the island of Japan. So these little certificates we got, it says, to ye officers and crews sailing on the high seas, ye scuba divers and ye snorkelers, ye whales, dolphins, and porpoises posing as dolphins, ye seals and otters, ye fish, both great and not so great, ye pinching crustaceans, ye slimy jellyfish, yuck, and ye lowly barnacles, greetings and salutations. Know ye that the date there appeared within the limits of our royal domain, Carnival Luminosa and this vessel, along with its awesome passengers, officers, and crew, have been inspected and judged worthy by ourselves and our royal staff. Let it be known that, and it has everybody's name on there, having been found to be not only seaworthy but cooler than the other side of the pillow, I have been duly initiated into our royal and ancient order of shellbacks, which exalted status confers upon its holder freedom evermore to cross our equator. So we actually have one of these for last year, as you said. So we have freely crossed the equator again. And so we were considered shellbacks last year. What are we this year?
No, we're
multi-shellbacks?
No.
So it's kind of cool. I know we didn't go through anything at all like the naval officers do, and bless them for their service. But it was cool to kind of watch their little deal. Tony's got a video up, and so if you go to his channel, at Traveling Check, you can see what all they did here. It was kind of, would that be the slimy jellyfish?
I don't know, but yeah, on that video we recorded. Lisa did most of the recording because she got a better angle than I did. But she recorded the entire ceremony that they put some of the crew through as an initiation for crossing the equator for the first time. And then we also got a video. Well, I haven't got it up yet, but I'll have a video coming out showing some carvings that they did, some fruit carvings that they did here the other day, where a couple of the chefs went in and carved up some watermelons and stuff. One made it look like a big, huge flower, and another one, I forgot what the other one looked like.
It had a leaf in front of it, so I'm not sure. The front, the rind was still in the shape of a leaf, but I don't know what that was behind.
Okay.
Maybe it was like a hibiscus or something. The tropical type flower, maybe.
Yeah.
But they're going to have ice sculpting next
week.
week, so we'll try to get that as well.
Yeah.
It's been fun. I mean, we have slept a lot. We're still not on a sleep schedule for here, and we've already changed. I'm normally on. Ooh,
Whoa.
So sorry.
Can't edit that.
Yeah. We'll say away. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Nice sculpture.
Oh yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, no, that I was leading into something else. Had a good time. We slept a lot.
Yep. Still
Oh,
good?
oh, oh. Normally, when you're on a cruise, especially when you do a closed loop, like leave out of Galveston, go to the Bahamas, or um, all I can think is Mexico, the Caribbean islands and stuff like that. Your time doesn't change. So we've already set back when we left. Got to Brisbane, we were 15 hours ahead. You know, a full half day. Ahead of everybody. So if it's like noon here, it was midnight -3. Excuse me. So 9 p.m. the day before back home. So we had
We flashed in,
oh hi,
and
we're
we're
back.
back. We just don't know how clear.
So yeah, when we leave out of Galveston and stuff, time doesn't change even though we go into different time zones. I think when we left out of Long Beach and went down to Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan and Cabo, we did have us change when we were at the southern tip. We changed back to Central Time Zone, and then as we came back, we changed back to Western. Is that Pacific time?
Yeah, I think
Um,
Florida time, whatever that is.
no, it's California.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
Long
talking
Beach,
about.
California.
You're talking about.
But when we left out of Florida and where was it? South Carolina, we didn't change. We stayed on ship time. But basically, it kind of depends on where you're going, what you'll be doing. Most of the time, you're going to stay on ship time. But like I said, we've already stepped back an hour, so now we're only 14 hours ahead of everybody back home yesterday. And we will probably, I don't remember if it was after Naha or if it is Japan, when we leave Japan, if it's somewhere in, so we have time change will happen again. And I'm sure on the 8-day trek from Japan to Alaska, we'll cross at least 1 or 2 more time zones.
Yeah.
At least. So, people say when you go on a cruise, you always stay on ship time. Not necessarily. So just kind of keep in mind, depending on what you do and where you go. For the most part, yes. But what did we change 3 or 4 times last year?
Yeah.
So we had Brisbane time. We had.
It seemed almost like every time we went into a different time zone, they went ahead and changed.
Yeah,
to stay with it.
Was it twice in the ocean and then again in Hawaii? And then Hawaii is 5 hours ahead or behind what we are at home, to behind. So
yeah, you will have people that tell you, oh no, you always stay on. Well, yeah, duh. I mean, you do stay on ship time, but
ship time changes.
Does the ship time change? And we've had people tell us, no, it never changes. It always stays the same. Yada yada. Well, it really depends on where you're going. It really depends on what because like she was saying, the one out of California, it was just 1 hour. I mean, we had never changed before, and they had us change back 1 hour, and then hey, Uncle Dave, welcome.
Hi, Uncle Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry, not back. Hey, Uncle
Welcome
Dave.
in.
Again, yeah, we've had problems with the internet going in and out, so I got confused. But thank you for coming in. Yeah, we're on a cruise right now, the Luminosa, and we still got 20 some odd days to go of the 31 day. And so we just thought we'd pop up and say hi to everybody and kind of give them an update, because I know we've talked bad about the Luminosa in the past, rightly so.
Yeah, it's like 21 days to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, thereabouts.
We were just talking, I don't know when he came in, about time changing on a cruise. I don't know, you were kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about how the Luminosa's changed, but
Yeah.
yeah,
The food's gotten better. The ice machines, more of the ice machines are working.
not all of them, more.
The flooding that was up on Lido deck isn't. They've done away with that. I haven't seen. I mean, I kid you not. They used to have to lay towels out everywhere because there was just water leaking from different places. We haven't seen that this time. They do have fans out to keep the floor dry from the humidity. Is the only problem that we've really seen when it comes to the water being on the floor. It's not really. It's just been from the humidity, which that I guess is a never-ending battle.
And pool drippage from the swimming pools. But yeah, we've. I guess Teddy's been on a little more than I have because before we left, I was doing a bunch of night shifts and stuff like that. Hi, Down Under Cruisers, welcome. Hey. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we. So he would go on and you know, as you know, he doesn't talk quite as much as I do. So, been busy trying to get ready to go and everything. So that's why we haven't been on. But hopefully we can. I don't know, maybe get another live or something going on. So.
Yeah, I have one scheduled from Okinawa, but I think it's for 9 o'clock in the morning Okinawa time, but we're going to have to change it because we found out we have to go through immigrations again. Yeah. And that takes a lot of time, so we're not going to be off the ship anywhere near the time that I thought we would be. They said we arrived in port at 9. So I think I scheduled a live for 9:30 Okinawa time. But it looks when we got off in Guam, it was darn near an hour and a half later than what we were supposed to, because we had to go through U.S. immigrations once we got to Guam. And now we're going to have to go through the Japanese immigrations when we get to Okinawa. And so that's going to be the same process. So I figure we're going to be late getting off the ship.
Well, they do kind of have a plan this time. That is one thing that, if you could say, I could complain about, because I'm making a list for the evaluation. Everything's been very unorganized, and they're like, when we got off in Guam, it was okay. We'll call you down by deck, so we'll start with deck 8, and then call you down, and we're sitting down on deck 2, not near where we got off the ship. We were kind of midship.
The waiting areas, they said we could wait in.
Yeah, so we were like midship, and Tony got up and was doing some stuff, and he came back, and he's like, people are already lined up down there, and they had not called anyone at all. And so we sat there another 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, it seems like. And I got up and kind of wandered around for a minute. I said, the line's moving. And he's like, well, they haven't called anybody. I said, I know, but the line's moving. Let's get in line. Let's get in line. But they haven't called. I know, I mean, we try to do what we're supposed to do, wait till deck 7 was called. And, probably half the ship, which is 2,900 people, probably, I don't know, say maybe a quarter of the ship was already down there, had gone through customs, and they're off deck like 3 and 4.
Yeah, and they hadn't even started calling decks yet.
Yeah, we went ahead and got in line since it was, people were there and were moving, and we get up there and they still really don't tell you anything. They said, go here. So we went here, and they're like, oh, well, no, you need to be over here. So I go over there, and they're like, oh, ma'am, you need to come this way. You told me to go that way. Sorry. So I go and I get in the line, and I get that, we're trying to have a line going on, but they are not communicating anything with us. And that's really disappointing, because I know there's a lot of people on here. I can't imagine your first cruise being 31 days. You're either going to like it or hate it by the time you get off. But they've just been so disorganized. So they did make an announcement just before we started this video. It said, if you have an excursion, you will receive information in your room or in your cabin as to where to meet. So they weren't telling everybody, go here. And so that people who didn't have excursions would all rush into that area, for us to get processed and stuff. So hopefully it'll go a little smoother, but they've not enforced any of their policies, and
that's my whole thing, is that you do have a lot of people, or some of them, that if they say wait over here until a specific time, that's where we're going to go, and then we get punished for
following the rules.
Following the rules, and everybody else, a lot of other people are sitting there doing whatever they feel like it. And in fact, it was so bad that they didn't even call our decks or anything. We had gotten in this line that was long, go all the way through the theater, get processed by both Customs and Border Patrol, or Customs and Immigrations, go through, we're about to walk out of the theater, and then they call our deck. That's how long it was before they called our deck, but yet probably by then a good close to half the ship had been processed. And my thing is that, if you're going to tell people you can't come down here until we call your deck, then send the people back that show up. Sorry, we didn't call your deck. We haven't called any decks yet. You need to go sit down until we call your deck. Oh, well, we can't do that because we'll make people mad. Okay, well, you're going to make the people that are doing what they're supposed to do mad. So,
yeah, somebody somewhere is going to be upset,
Yeah.
And it's just, we're trying to remember we're on a cruise. It doesn't matter. We're all going to get off the ship, but it's just, follow the rules. We're rule followers. Maybe it's how we were raised, where we work, our generation. I don't know, but it's just kind of disheartening when, you do what you're supposed to and not really punished, but kind of penalized because you lose out on things. And there were other people in the line with us. And yesterday, I went down and signed up for a caricature, and you're supposed to only be able to do one. And somebody that was in line with us said that, oh, that lady there, she's already done two, and she was up fussing, and because the line was so long. And then when, so she kind of cut in line and got the time of her choice, and the rest of us, I've been down there 3 or 4 days trying to get signed up, and the line is so long that there's 2 caricature artists on board, and there's limited time, and when people go through multiple times, it's just kind of like, come on, people, other people would like to enjoy this option as well. So.
Did we enjoy Brisbane? Yes, we did. We went to the koala sanctuary.
I loved it.
Lone Pine
Koala Sanctuary.
Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. In fact, I put up a video of a live I did. The internet wasn't the greatest, so it didn't. I'm not sure how well it turned out, but we did get some pictures of the koalas and stuff.
I got to pet a kangaroo too.
Got to pet a kangaroo.
Well,
didn't get to do the koalas because apparently you need to buy your tickets several days in advance if you want to hold a koala.
And that was my fault. I was waiting to find out what Tony was going to do because he wanted to do a dive. Thought he had one scheduled.
Sure did.
And then couldn't get a response back from the guy that he had talked to that was going to pick him up. I was like, so are you going? Are you not going? Are you going? Are you not going? Plus, I was working nights. And I was just like, okay, well, I'll wait because I don't want to get me a ticket and then him not go diving and not get to do anything. So I'll wait. And I waited too long and they all sold out.
Yeah.
So that was my fault. But part of it was just because of the hours and stuff. When are we coming back? It's not going to be it won't be next year for sure because his job. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't get the hour built up like I do. I mean, with what I was working, I have comp time. Probably half of the cruise will be comp time, and then I still have incredible leave time. But
yeah, the only way I'll be able to do this, the only way I will attempt to ask for this amount of time off again is maybe when the Luminosa does its return trip, because this trip here is so close to the beginning of the year. We're only allowed to carry over 70 hours. And so no matter how much no matter what I do, there's no way I can build up enough hours to cover this trip. My boss was nice enough to make some special arrangements, let me work a bunch of comp time and stuff like that carried over to cover it, plus use my birthday, holiday, and a couple other things. We were able to figure it out, but this is the second year in a row he's had to do that, and I'm not going to ask him to do it a third. I think if I can carry 70 over, by the time it's the return trip, I should have enough leave on the books to cover it. And then I can say, hey, can I go? You mind if I take these days off? I've got them covered.
Yeah, and that's the end of the Alaska season is in September, so it returns either late September or October. Hey, for my birthday. So I don't know if we'll do it 25. We're kind of thinking about something else doing that in 25 because that'll be our 35th wedding anniversary year. He's wanting to go to
Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic. Yeah, I was like, oh. So we may do that and just kind of gallop around Europe area. I guess that's not Europe. If we're there, I do want to end up in England, but I don't know if that'll happen. But maybe spend a week in Prague or 3 or 4 days in Prague, and then pack up, just live out of our suitcase, and go to Germany and Turkey, and just kind of hit some highlights of some stuff, and end up in either England or Paris or whichever, and then fly home from there. So that may be 2025. So maybe 26.
Yeah, unless some other opportunity, like she retires and I get to quit, comes up, and we don't have to worry about leave. And then we may do a few more extra trips.
Yeah, I'm going to probably stay 3 years because I just got a promotion, and retirement is based off of your 3 high. So, and plus I'll only be 59, so I won't get full retirement at that point. So we'll just kind of see. I mean, it's going okay. It's stressful. I wasn't there very long, and then I was like, bye, gone for a month. And looks like I might have to have a little minor surgery from a work injury or something. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what kind of leave I'll end up with, and they may be going, you've been gone more than you've been here. Thanks, bye. So looking at 3 years before I retire. That's minimum, I hope. Rock and roll trip. The tribute cruise, isn't that going to be like in Florida that you're going to show it, or that it's going out of? I can't remember. Excuse me. Of course, I'm all about a trip to Florida, but maybe a weekend down or something.
Right.
And get some hotel points.
Yeah, I was going to ask what part of the States will you be at for that cruise? I
want to say it's Miami, but I don't know. They talk about so many of the different cruises and stuff, and I can't even keep up with all of Jennifer's cruises.
Canaveral. Okay.
Okay, Cape Canaveral. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over there, fly into Orlando, drive to.
Yeah, we could do something like that because that would be just like a weekend or something. I could take.
Well, it depends on when they get there and when the ship leaves.
Yeah,
because some of them leave like on a Tuesday.
Well, but I can adjust my days off. That's the nice thing, is that I can always adjust my days off to the middle of the week and then work the weekend and then fly down there and meet everybody. And
I mean, since I'm building the schedule, I can too.
Yeah.
So that would be fun. That'd be cool. We could do that.
That would be really cool. Yeah, get down there and meet everybody. Have to keep that one posted. Keep that one.
That's November of 25. So
I'll definitely have the leave for it by then.
Yeah. Like I said, that'll just be work adjust a little bit, build up a little extra time.
In November, depending on what part of November, I may not have, because we usually get 2 days off for Thanksgiving, and I can use those 2 days within the pay period. What was that?
Yeah, out of Canaveral. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but these 2 days before the weekend, my weekend, that's 4 days off. There's ways to work around it.
We can figure it out. Yeah, because flying to Orlando.
November 25th. So yeah.
Oh, that's over Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Cool. Or maybe leave the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but either way, that's in that pay period, and I can use the holidays anytime during the pay period.
I'll put it on my calendar right now.
Yeah.
We won't be able to take the cruise, but get down and see everybody. That'd be cool. July, August, November.
Unless we get a special offer.
Oh, that is, yeah, that'll be over Thanksgiving. So that's cool.
Be prepared for a lot of kids.
Yeah.
We can only go by the one that we went on. The Thanksgiving cruise that we did, it was jam packed, and it seemed like half the ship was full of kids, and nobody was really paying attention. They were just do whatever. They had to shut down one elevator because they had trashed it out so bad. Was that the one where they got caught throwing plates off the back of the boat because they were making them like frisbees?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Okay, well then maybe that was a different cruise.
That's crazy. Okay, so hold on. Let me kick my roll. So this is, was that a Tuesday it leaves? Hold on. Let me get back over here. Nope, not attachments. Obviously I can't think and do at the same time.
Oh.
Repeat. No, it's not a repeat. I need a reminder. I'll just add it and go back. So since that is go back to the calendar, 25th is a Monday that you'll be leaving. When will you be coming in? Will you be there like over the weekend, or like us flying the day before? Please don't do that. You're really tired when you do that.
Yeah, that time zone really screwed us up.
Yeah, so if we flew out Friday night, depending on when when everybody will be coming in, so we'll Friday night fly into Orlando and then drive to Cape Canaveral, spend the night there. Friday night, Saturday, maybe fly home Sunday, and they leave Monday morning. So
yeah,
fly home Sunday night.
That's definitely doable.
Absolutely, that would be fun.
Yeah.
So, do y'all have? I guess probably just local cruises, but nothing long like this would leave out of Melbourne, because I know you're. The 29th. Just kidding. Okay. Lost it. There we go.
Yeah.
Edit. Starts the 29th. Okay, so yeah, that'll be
The weekend after.
Yeah, well, that's Black
Excellent.
Friday.
Well,
Yeah.
because
One,
wouldn't
2, 3,
Thanksgiving
4.
be the 21st, the
Nope,
third
it's
Thursday?
always the 4th. It's the 28th, and then so the
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's Black
Well-
Friday. But we can still figure something out.
Yeah.
Um,
It's definitely doable.
maybe a couple of days before. Okay, so Thanksgiving travel home is going to be crazy. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We'll look at the calendar and see what we can come up with. And so, are you going to be? Ouch! Are you going to? I guess will you be staying in Cape Canaveral the days before, or will you fly into Orlando, Miami, or Orlando, and then stay there and move out? Go out the day of the cruise, because it's only hour and a half, about 2-hour drive from Orlando to Cape Canaveral. So that's NASA. We've made that drive several times, but it's been years, so I can't remember.
No, that's Kelly. She probably know.
She didn't go to NASA. She didn't get off Disney property.
Well, that's true.
We can Google it, see how far it is. But I want to say it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hour, but it's toll road the whole way. So if you're going to rent a car and turn it in, kind of keep that in mind too. It's toll road.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of cool if they did SpaceX did a shuttle launch or something.
Yeah.
During that same time. So we've never managed to be there during a launch. They were supposed to have one last time we were there, and conditions didn't work out, so they had to postpone it. Okay, I don't know where Fort Myers is.
Yeah. But I mean, we got plenty of time to figure all that stuff out.
Yeah.
But it's definitely doable. That would be cool to get down there, and especially if since there's going to be a lot of other creators and stuff down there. That would be great to get down there. I mean, even though we probably can't go on the cruise as of right now. We're of course, you never know what you get in the mail.
Is it just a week long, or is it a 10-day cruise? And where's it going? I guess we need more information. Is this like the ABC Islands or? Okay. South of Tampa. Okay, so that's on the eastern edge of Florida, but Florida's only this wide. So it's probably like 4.5 hours from coast to coast down there. Now, if you're going north to south, Miami, that's forever. I think it's from Orlando, it was like, 4-hour drive to Miami, and then to the Keys was another 2 hours. So we never went that way, but yeah, the Tampa side is beautiful. We have some friends, and why can I never remember that city name?
The one with the dolphin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's just outside of Tampa. Mm-hmm. No. So I don't know if you've seen the movie. It was about Winter, the dolphin who lost her tail, and they made a prosthetic tail for her. So it was actually my mouse pad, wherever it's at around here. It has Winter and Hope, which are, two pretty awesome, severely injured dolphins. But Winter passed away year and a half now ago. It was kind of sad. So, St. Martin. I love St. Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Plata, we've never been there. St. Martin's is great. Tortola, never seen that.
Never been.
Great Stirrup Cay. Haven't been there. So that'd be kind of cool if we're able to get on it. So,
yeah.
So 7 days. How long will you be in Florida following the cruise if we can't make it down during Thanksgiving? Because that'll be the first week of December.
I mean, it's only a 3-day vacation for me. 2 days leave.
Yeah, I get
2
Thanksgiving
days.
and the day after,
Yeah.
and then Sunday, Monday, or
so that may be, who knows? We might be able to do that cruise after all, but I'm not gonna make any commitments right now. It's definitely something that we will look at, because that is towards the end of the year where I'll know more what my leave is like, and it's only going to require me to take 3 days off work. Well, maybe a couple more.
Well, we always fly home the day we get back. So,
but yeah, there's ways to work around that. Like I can work. It's definitely something we can do. I mean, definitely something that we can look at. Like I said, I don't want to make any commitments right now, but it looks promising.
So that would be the 29th to the 6th. The 6th is a Friday. So we could go see our friends too. Visit with them. It's only a 4-hour drive because it's only this long. Yeah. I'll leave the day after. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If we ever take this cruise again, we're hoping to catch the return trip.
Yes.
That way we can actually spend a couple extra days in Brisbane. Or
maybe get to Sydney, because we landed and flew out within a few hours and didn't really get to see much of Sydney either. So maybe take the train. Maybe I won't pack so much. It'd be easier to take the train. But from what we've seen, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Definitely. Do you want to show them the picture that we got?
Oh. And we talked about the caricature guy. He is an artist for Hanna-Barbera in his real life. So I was fussing earlier about getting in line and getting it. So we finally did get a time slot, and need to see, so here we are. There we go. And funny enough, thing 1 and thing 2. So Chloe might like that.
Mhm.
So here we go. It lists all. I can't see. It lists all the cities or the places that we're going to go.
Reports.
Ports, yeah. And so he does these for free. Comes on the ship, and they have 10-minute time slots per person. So it's like, because there was 2 of us, we had a 20-minute slot, and then the people in front of us, there was 6 people, so he probably drew on them for an hour. But I mean, it's so fun, you know. I thought it was funny because Tony's wearing his Uncle of All Things shirt, so that's where the Thing 1 and Thing 2 came from.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it there. We bought that. We were supposed to go on a birthday cruise for Chloe on the Vista, and it was during COVID, so we didn't get to go. They shut down the cruise, and so I had ordered her a little banner for her door. It says my birthday, you know, and all that. And we ordered Uncle of All Things and Aunt of All Things because she was going to do the Dr. Seuss birthday party.
Mhm.
And since we didn't get to go, well, everybody seems to love his Uncle of All Things shirt, so that's what he had on today. So we were Thing 1 and Thing 2. It was super cute.
Yeah, I get more comments on this shirt than any other shirt that I wear. Of course, I've got one shirt that says "Dive Naked." Things look bigger underwater, and I've gotten several comments on that shirt. I had one lady on the last cruise. I guess she didn't like it very much because when she saw it, she was like, "Dive naked," and just kind of was looking down at me, and I was like, "Yeah."
Well, you have 2 shirts, so there's that one, and then there's "Get Your Cheeks Wet," and that's the one he was wearing when she was all like,
"Yeah, dive naked," and I said, "Yep, get your cheeks wet."
Everybody else is just thought that it was funny. So,
you know, I had one guy that on this cruise asked me, he goes, "Dive naked, huh? When are you going to do that?"
Tomorrow.
I said, "Tomorrow." Not naked, but but yeah. And then there was I've got one also from the scuba shop that I assist with. It says, "I love the smell of neoprene in the morning," and apparently some people didn't know what to make of that because they kept looking back and reading it. And yes, we do. We want to visit Melbourne if we get to stay in Australia.
So that's kind of, if I remember the map. So we go from Brisbane to Melbourne out this way, and then to Sydney up there at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the Gold Coast, I think is what it was called. So we went to, and so we rode the Ferris wheel on South Beach, South Shore, I think it is. So we did that, and actually on my Facebook, I've got the Brisbane where it's lit up, the big words and stuff. I put that as my background. Took that picture, and then rode the Ferris wheel. I'm kind of afraid of heights, so it was okay. It was all right. It was cool. We went around
3 or 4 times.
I was thinking 6. Yeah, it was definitely worth it. It was like $13-14 a person to ride it because it was 20 in Aussie, so it was about $13 in the conversion rate. So yeah, it was fun. It was, you know, we didn't do it last time, so I guess you could say it's a once in a lifetime thing, you know. But
well, last time we were too tired by the time we got in because we were leaving. You know, we got in and we were actually leaving on the cruise the next day, so we were just exhausted.
Brisbane at the top? Yeah. Oh wow. Wait, no, I don't know how to read a map. Middle and Melbourne down below. Then if you can get down. Ooh, Tasmania. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You see the Tasmanian devil?
No.
Isn't that where he's from?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it just looks like there's so much to see and do, and even in 2 trips here, we've not had the opportunity to do as much as we want. Like I said, I would love for him to have been able to dive on the Great Barrier Reef, but that the guy just didn't get back with him, and it didn't work out. So it was It really sucks. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
We can hit here and then maybe fly from here to Japan and
I'm
go diving over there
yeah.
before it gets too late in our lives. But oh, so
There's something.
I know everybody hunts and hides ducks. We got this little bitty duck. He's about, I'm say, an inch high.
Mhm.
So we found him sitting. He was in the main no, he was on the Lido deck, just kind of hidden up in the thing. And then to make him look ginormous, we found these two itty bitty little ducks. Let's see if we can get up here. We can see them. Itty bitty. So there's that one, and then a little purple one. So like lady got off the elevator and we got on, and they were sitting on the little handrail in there. So far, was it 8-9 days? That's all the ducks I've found. I kind of walk around my own little world, I guess. So I don't see a lot of them. But I don't really know. Everybody was talking about them, but I haven't really seen or heard. We don't really have the internet on here like we normally do. So I don't know if they're still hiding them or not. So,
Yeah. They want $35 a day for the internet, so we get it sparingly, a day here and a day there, and do what needs to be done in that short of a time, and then we'll wait for a little while.
Yeah, kind of when you get some content to
upload.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I've got an Apple phone and a regular computer, and the Apple phone doesn't really like to download photos to the computer. So unfortunately, I have to do it the hard way, which is upload it to Google Photos, which sometimes takes forever, and then get on the computer, go to Google Photos, and then download it from there. And then, unless somebody knows an easier way to download photos from an Apple phone onto a non-Apple computer, I haven't been able to figure it out. My daughter did it once, but it took her like 20 minutes, and I've never been able to recreate it. You need to dive in Sydney. Oh yeah,
Sydney, Melbourne, and
Tasmania. Yeah, I would like to. I would like to dive in all the places, as many places as possible, because I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah. Somebody popped in that wasn't in a minute ago, so I'm not sure who got back in. So I'm just going to show really quick our little caricature that we had done today. It was super fun. So we have one for last year. It's rolled up, so I'll have to straighten it out. But yeah, I'm going to frame them, put them in the office. And we would talk to him. He does drawings. So these were free. It's paid for by Carnival, I guess. So he come in, works a half a day, and gets the rest of the day off. Gets a free room, free food, everything. So there's actually 2 of them that are on board this time, and I think he did it last year by himself all day, and it's just crazy. So second guy's on board to do that, and of course they asked it's 1 per person because of the amount of time, amount of people, and they're only doing black and white. So while we were sitting there, we said, hey, you said something the other day, and he's a funny guy. He was like, yeah, I'll talk a lot. I'm sure I did say something. So you said, you could do color ones. And he was like, yeah, I do those for tips. And so he took a picture of us, and we said something about putting Tony like scuba diving in Japan. And so he took a picture of the both of us. He said, do you want to dive too? So that's the other way I'll be doing it. So I don't know if he's going to draw me into it or not, but so it'd be kind of cool to see that. So we may on the next pop-up, well, maybe not, because we'll be out in Okinawa. But you say give him a couple of days, and we'll have a color one for Tony, and I'll get it framed, and we'll get them hung up. I'll probably take this one to work with me and let him take the scuba diving one down there, because we were talking about the Okinawa. So there's no telling what he comes up with. Last year we were holding drinks, and I don't remember what all it was, but it was a real fun picture that he did. So. And what's funny is it's been a year, and we sat down and, hey, how are you? How are you? Exchanging niceties. And he just looked at Tony and goes, have I not drawn you before? And we're like, yeah, this time last year. Oh, that's right. And he remembered us, and it was super cool. So, it's been most everybody that has been on the ship is crew members have been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
room steward. His name is Rizal, Rizal. Super nice kid. He's pretty young. And what was it, second or third day? You can see all of our critters back here. I don't know if we came in a while ago, and in the bathroom he had put, I don't know, I'll be able to show you or not. Oh yeah, that shows up. Yep. So it's like a frog, smoking frog or something. Oh, it was super cool. Sorry, that was right in your face there. So that was super cool. But second or third day, first, I don't know, very early, we actually got a monkey, and I was like, oh, I love the monkey. So we saw him in the hall. We were talking. I said, I love the monkey. It was great. So he tells us that there was somebody back home. He's from Indonesia. Mm-hmm. There was somebody back home that had a monkey. Hi, Baxter.
Hey.
Had a monkey, sold it to him for like $35, and then he became part of the family, and his name was Ido. Mm-hmm. IDO. So far we've kept all the animals, but we have several more days to go. And Tony said I can't keep them all. So
no place to put them.
Right now they're kind of lined up on the bill behind us there. So there's a frog and a rabbit there behind my head. And then but the monkey, he was so pleased that we were excited, or that I was excited about the monkey. And so he's telling us about Ito. I don't know if we can, because of the light from the thing. So it's pan around the room. Hopefully I don't drop this thing. So there he is, hanging right there in the corner. All right. So we're definitely going to keep him and let him hang there the entire time. And it's a little tribute to him. I love monkeys. We were talking about spider monkeys that I got to go and hold one time on one of the excursions we were on. And I love monkeys. And so we came in and, like I said, super excited, and he was so excited to share his story about Ito with us that I thought, well, we definitely have to keep it. And he hung it up. It was on the opposite corner on the other side of the door there. He hung it up there, and we just kind of moved it, and we're going to leave it right there. Yep. So he's super cute and just kind of Ito will stay with us the whole trip. So I don't know if you can see it. Do you want to try to turn it and you see outside?
No, I tried once before, and it was just a washout. I mean, there's so much light coming in that, I mean, we can try it.
So we're sitting on a suitcase here. We're trying not to knock it off this table. And there it went. Yeah, no. So there's a chair back, and you see a little bit of green, but that's the water. But now it's a beautiful blue, and it's fairly calm today. There's been a couple of times it was really, well, I wouldn't say really rough. It was white capping, but for the most part, it's been a pretty calm journey. They said last year between Hawaii and Seattle,
it got real bad,
real rough. And we saw a video. We got off in Hawaii, so we weren't on there for that. But we saw a video, and the water was just sloshing out of the end of the pool. Mm-hmm. And then this ship actually has a cover over the pool, so when we get into the Alaskan waters and it gets cold, they'll close the top, and so that we can still enjoy the pool without freezing to death, getting rained on. So what was that? Oh, it was fun. Tony's put up a video of it, and I think I showed this before you came in. They gave us these little certificates. So, excuse me, we got these, and then today we came in and, these are cardboard. These are paper. So we came in today and got cardboard ones, and they have our name on it. That one didn't have our name on it, so we were like, I can't do calligraphy, but yeah, we recorded a video, and right in the middle of it, if I said a cuss word, I apologize now, because I was using his gimbal and
hit the wrong button, and it went from landscape to portrait.
Yeah, vertical and back to horizontal.
I couldn't find where it was, so I just left it.
So if you see something do boop and a cuss word fly and it comes back, I figured out how to get it out. And how do they select the unfortunate criminals? Well, I'll let you talk about it. I'm just taking over the show.
They basically didn't say how they selected them, but these are supposedly crew members that have never crossed the equator before, and with the exception of, I guess, the cruise director.
Yeah.
And who else was it?
They egged the captain. I don't think that was planned.
Yeah, but all the initiative, all the crew people that they did at the beginning supposedly have never crossed the equator before, which I kind of find it hard to believe since this. Well, I don't know.
I mean, if they're from Indonesia and they fly into Brisbane and get on the ship, that's very possible.
I mean, you get hired new people and hire them on and stuff, yeah. Because the ship crosses the equator quite often. That was kind of like, well, how do they get crew members that have never done it before? But
they're young, so it's very possible. And it was a lot of fun. It was just watching. It was hot out there though. I was like, by the time we were done with it, I was like, I gotta find a cool spot. And then went down and he went to kiss on the fish, and there were some being disgusting with the fish. Some were being disgusting with the fish, and then what were you, about 3 back or something? Everybody's like, oh, you go, and I was just finally like, if they're not going to go, come on up here, because they're cutting us off, know, because we missed it last year. Bill was able to get up there to it, but we didn't even try, and so I don't know if they let the passengers do it.
Yes, it was a real fish with real squid, because they said it was they tried to shut it down as we were getting real close to being up there, and taking the picture that she conned me into.
You said beforehand, give me kissing the fish.
I did not.
I said, okay. I'm not doing it.
They said it was starting to stink, and so they were going to have to shut it down.
I mean, it smelled like fish. You're on the ocean. Of course it's going to smell like fish.
And yeah, the squid was definitely really real, because they were throwing it back. And I mean, they were
wearing it on their heads, and the crew members, they were kind of having some fun and kind of tossing it on each other. It's unsuspecting. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, I don't think they. I'll talk to his name, Tyler, the cruise director. I was talking to him, ran into him in the casino the other night. We got to talking, and somebody walked up and said, "Man, when they put they did the hair strips where they remove the hair, like women use on their legs, and waxing deals. They popped those across his chest, and he said that was not planned." And I said, "Yeah, it reminded me of Steve Carell in the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin." He was like, yeah, I look like that. And he goes, that was not planned at all. I can't believe they did that. But, it was fun. And, just crew members relaxing and having some fun. And from our profession, you can't always do that around people. And it was. It was gross with the spaghetti and sauce and I thought they were meatballs, and then they started cracking them on people's heads, and it was raw egg. So that was gross, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
So,
well, for an hour.
Yeah. Are you tired?
No. Just.
Oh, you need to show your hook and how it works. We always talk about the hooks.
Oh. Yeah, we can do that real quick.
Well, just spin it around like we did on the other thing. Maybe.
Yeah. These are the hooks that we discussed in that one video. That, I mean, they can actually be used on any cruise. But like if you're on a cruise ship that doesn't have a laundry room, and you want to wash some stuff in the sink or whatever, which is what we're having to do.
I have a whole row of socks hanging up on the other side of the cabin over here.
We use these hooks to hang stuff with. And I mean they'll hold up to about 10 or 15 pounds, because I can I can put some of my dive gear soaking wet up there to let it drip dry, and it holds it just fine.
Yeah, I don't know how heavy. This one is much lighter than the other suits that he uses, but well, the vest is what about?
It's about 10. Oh, this new vest is about 5 pounds.
But the old one, it was like
7
10
or 8.
pounds
Yeah.
dry, and then it was, once it was wet. So.
Uh-oh. Oh, we lost one of our animals. Oh, there goes another one.
You murderer!
Oh wow.
You decapitated that one.
Yep. It's all right. We need to get rid of them anyway.
We're gonna find some eyeballs floating around the room.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in.
All right, let's continue.
Oh. I need to continue with work.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
We were thinking about getting off because it'd been about an hour anyway. We didn't want to go overboard the first pop up.
No pun intended.
Oh yeah. Aha.
Man overboard.
Yeah. Well, we do appreciate you coming in, and we'll try to do a pop up later on. Another live later on, probably after Okinawa or maybe Japan or something.
Well, we'll try to do one in Okinawa, won't we?
Yeah, we'll try.
No, we're going to jump off, do an excursion. So it may be after. I don't know. We'll just kind of see what kind of service we have once we get on.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Down Under Cruisers, for coming in.
Uncle Dave, Baxter.
Yeah.
Missed a couple. Everybody that came in, thank you guys. We enjoyed talking to you guys, and Froggy back here says hello.
Yeah. Hopefully get to be on a little bit more and see some of your videos and get to. We haven't been able to get on and do some stuff like we had in the past. So,
but we'll definitely look at that rock and roll tribute cruise too, and see if we can make that work. Since that would only be 4 days off work for both of us, that definitely might be doable.
Yeah.
So I already have the leave. We'll have to see what he has.
All right. Well, we'll sign off from the Luminosa in the middle of the Philippine Sea. I must that sea. And everybody take care. And thank you again for coming in. And we appreciate the support.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all take care and have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.